tasting table for the spring holidays. Our next guest has a recipe perfect for anyone observing Ramadan or anytime you want something sweet. Samah Dada was on Forbes 30 Under 30 list last year, which highlights up-and-coming superstars transforming the food industry. At just 26 years old, she published her first cookbook, Dada Eats, Love to Cook It. It all started with her food blog, Dada Eats. Samah's parents immigrated to the U.S. from India, and growing up as a first-generation Muslim American, she's used food as a way of reconnecting to her heritage. Take a look.
Hi Tam fam, my name is Samah Dada. I'm the founder of Dada Eats, a television host, cookbook author, and recipe developer. My goal is really to make all of my work as accessible and inclusive for as many people as possible. It's always been really amazing to have a tradition like Ramadan to observe growing up. I remember as a kid watching my parents fast and the adults fast and me wanting to get in on the fasting as well. During Ramadan, observers do not eat or drink anything from sunrise to sunset. The breaking of the fast meal is called iftar, which always starts with dates and can include many delicious dishes depending on where you're from. Mine always had fruits, nuts, and a variety of savory snacks. I am so excited to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes today, and it's completely no bake, so you don't even have to turn your oven on to make it. And it's perfect for Ramadan.
Yes. Tam fam, please welcome Samah Dada to our family. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow, this is a party.
I know.
I'm overwhelmed. Thank you for having me.
And of course, you know, I love this. So Samah told me this is a full circle moment. So the year before I left the Today Show, you were a page at NBC.
Yeah, very
and so,
full circle.
Nia, here in full circle, you're now visiting me on my show. You probably never thought you'd see me again, right?
No, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so honored. This is a party. You have such amazing energy.
Wow.
I know your audience knows that. So
thank you.
Very happy to be here.
You know, I'm so happy you decided to come on the show because this show, to be honest with you, it's a love letter to all cultures, to all foodies out there. But I wanted each segment to represent the different spiritual holidays around this time of the year. I'd never seen that in a lot of morning shows. And so when we launched this show, I said, we're going to do a show with Easter, Passover, and Ramadan. I'll take that. And this is how this show was born.
It's so powerful, though, because representation is so important in media, and not a lot of people are really emphasizing that. So even just this concept was so exciting and inspiring to me. So thank you for really shining a light on all of that.
And so when breaking the fast, you start with a date, and you have this beautiful recipe for us. It's a no-bake cheesecake.
By the way, this recipe is completely vegan, so don't raise your eyebrows yet, everyone.
I won't.
It's delicious.
Keep your brows down. There we go.
Brows are down. Very easy and delicious. Secret weapon, cashews. So actually, when you soak cashews either overnight or for an hour in hot water, they get really nice and they expand. They kind of take up all that water and they become soft. So you can actually blend them to make delicious fillings, sauces. So this is really our secret weapon in our cheesecake. So we're gonna get back to our cashews later. Yeah, they're soft and kind of pliable.
I was looking at those cashews and I thought, those are the biggest cashews I've ever seen.
They expand, they take on that water.
Up the water
and
overnight.
They're buttery, right? So they're sort of rich, so they have that creaminess. So we're gonna get back to our cute cashews later, but I'm gonna start with our filling. So of course, we've got our dates. These are nature's candy. I know that's very cheesy to say.
I really do.
I'm obsessed with dates.
Me too.
The kind you eat, not the romantic kind. So we're gonna put these into our processor.
So cute.
Really just nice, natural sugars. They're just delicious. We've got our dates. We've got our raw almonds.
And this is to build your crust, right?
This is to build your crust.
Oh, wow.
And kind of the way that I like to cook is just by using really minimal real ingredients. So I never want to use just some almond butter.
Oh, wow.
I never want to use anything processed. Like, it's all just like back to the ingredients. I really like paying respect to just everything that in its individual kind of glory, you know?
When did you become a confident cook? We were talking about my new cookbook, Confident Cook. When did you become a confident cook?
You know, I always really loved watching my mom cook in the kitchen, and she just really inspired me. My grandma was an incredible cook. My aunt used to have an Indian restaurant in Australia. Like, I come from a really amazing line of cooks, so I've always had it in my blood, I think. Vanilla extract going in here.
Okay.
A little bit of coconut oil.
Oh, nice.
Just gonna add that into our processor, and then a little pinch of salt. I always find that salt brings out that nice natural sweetness.
Yeah,
it
you're
balances
layering
it out.
in all the goodies. Our audience is responding to this.
I love this for me. Thank you so much. Okay. So basically, once we blend this up, it's gonna look like this, okay?
Look at that crust.
So you're gonna pat it down. I'm obsessed with these reactions. I need this in my life always. Right. Can you guys come to my kitchen?
I know.
Pat it down. It's gonna be really nice and kind of chewy, and it's gonna be, you're gonna be able to just kind of press it down and pack it into the pan.
Nice.
It's also nice to have these little parchment paper flaps, so when you put it into the freezer, you can easily put it out.
Okay.
Now, the filling. make this in a blender. So if you can, press a button,
You
you're
can do
good,
this. All right.
So we're just gonna go ahead and add our cashews straight into our blender.
Nice.
Tamron, I'm gonna kind of put you to work. How do you feel
I'm
about
fine with that.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm gonna add that maple syrup in there.
Oh, maple syrup.
Unrefined sweetener, and again, it's just one of those things where you
I love
think
how healthy this is, especially after
Very much so.
to bring it back in and perspective on nature, and that you don't have to have a lot of sugar or processed things for something to taste good.
Exactly.
I love that.
Coconut milk is going to go in there. It's going to add that nice creaminess, and it's not too overpowering, so you're not going to taste too much of a coconutty vibe.
And we were just talking with the audience in the break about we have a beautiful woman who celebrated her 86th birthday, and I was asking her what's the secret to longevity, and she said, she eats healthy. 86 years old. That's incredible.
It's incredible. But that's sort of my focus, right, is on plant-based ingredients. We have so much in nature that we really don't have to do much to it. It's just about getting creative to find the ways.
And you've
coconut
got
oil.
Coconut
going
oil
straight
here.
in there.
All right.
A little bit of vanilla extract.
Nice.
And then kind of to tie everything together and get a little bit of that acidity to balance everything out, a little bit of lemon juice. So we're going to put this straight on here.
And this is the filling for your cheesecake.
This is the filling.
Wow, I love
very
that.
Very easy, very delicious. It's very rich and creamy without being too overpowering. If we put this on here, I don't want to get it on us.
I'm always
I know, I'm
skeptical.
stressed. Can we do it?
There we go. There we go. All right.
So once this blends up really nicely, it's going to be really creamy and beautiful like this.
This filling is dairy-free. It's, oh, wow, milk-free. That's amazing.
Dairy-free. And look, I never intended to make my recipes vegan or gluten-free and all these things, because I do sometimes find labels sort of clinical, but it's so much more inclusive for a wider audience, because lots of people have allergies, lots of people have different preferences. Look how creamy and luscious that is.
Look at that.
Are you guys looking at this? You are,
and
right?
That's all
Okay, cool.
from the cashews. You top this with crushed almonds, Maldon salt, and you freeze for 5 to 6 hours.
Listen, I know patience is key.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a little ice cream bar vibe.
It is. It's like, the creaminess. I'm going to try this piece here.
Yeah,
so
please try.
5 to 6, so maybe you make it the night before, leave it in.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got that creaminess from the cashews and the coconut milk. The crust is chewy. It's got like a nice sweet and salty vibe. Do you like it?
This is really good.
You like it? It's surprising because it takes such minimal ingredients. Like you saw everything we added into there, but it's got that richness and it's quite healthy for you too.
I have to tell you, I was a little nervous. I love sweets. This is perfection because it satisfies that sweet tooth without being overwhelming. The texture of the crust. First of all, I also congratulate you on your 30 under 30.
Thank you so much.
Where do you see all of this going? Because you built this food empire.
Look, I was telling your producers before this too, everything I do is really just to be in service to other people. So the fact that I can serve people recipes like what you just said, if you're trying to eat a little bit healthier, if you're wanting to be empowered to cook recipes that maybe you wouldn't otherwise do, I want to pare it down and make it easy for people to cook.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Make sure you go to our website for all of the recipes, TamronHallShow.com. Samah's no-bake cheesecake recipe. There are plenty more recipes. Her blog is Dada Eats, and in her cookbook, Dada Eats Loves to Cook, which is out now.